So can you eat a gluten-free vegan diet?
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel.
So today we're going to answer a very common question that we get. Can you be a gluten-free vegan? And if so, how do you do it?
And the first thing we want to say is you don't have to eat a gluten-free diet in order to eat a vegan diet. That's purely something that you would choose to do based on whether you have, say, an allergy, if you're a celiac, you have some kind of intolerance to gluten, or maybe you prefer to eat that way, but you don't have to eat gluten-free in order to eat a vegan diet.
Yeah, the two are completely different. And we were kind of wondering where this came about, because a lot of people do think, or they equate vegan diet with a gluten-free diet.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of both looked at as a healthier alternative.
By the mainstream.
Yeah, so they're kind of lumped together. And we've had experiences where we've gone into a place and asked if something is vegan.
And they said,
say,
oh yeah, it's gluten-free. And we're like, no, you're not the same thing. So
can you eat a gluten-free vegan diet?
Absolutely. You're already eating a gluten-free diet, so you don't need us to tell you which gluten-free plant foods you can eat. You're simply taking away meat, dairy, eggs and honey, 4 things, and eating more of the gluten-free plant foods that you already eat.
Simple. And we know that this is totally possible, and it's very easy because we've gone through periods over the last 5 years as vegans where we've had just a gluten-free, couple of months or whatnot, and it's very simple. You guys already know if you are on a gluten-free diet, as Lucas said, you're going to have corn or rice pasta, you've got gluten-free bread, you're going to use tamari sauce instead of soy sauce, all those things. That's it, so we've gone through it and we don't have a gluten intolerance. It's just been a personal choice. So it's very, very possible to do.
Exactly. And we're actually thinking, why does the question arise in the first place? And we came up with 2 possibilities. Perhaps people who are currently eating a non-vegan gluten-free diet are thinking, oh, my diet is already restricted in the sense that I can't eat products containing gluten. So if I were to go vegan, my diet would become even more restrictive, and I just can't see that happening.
Yeah. So really it's a shift of mindset, I think, is what we wanted to emphasize here. Don't look at it as though you're taking more things away and you're restricting. You are simply adding to the already plant foods that you're eating that are already gluten-free, right?
Exactly.
So you're just increasing that amount of plant foods that you're already able to eat.
Yes, and it may be that you're simply increasing the same gluten-free plant foods that you currently eat, you're just eating more of those. Or you might find, as many people who come to a vegan diet do, that they discover a whole new world of plant foods that they never knew existed before. I mean, for example, you might go, wow, are there that many varieties of potatoes? Are there that many varieties of beans? Are there that many varieties of rice? I thought it was only one and one.
Exactly.
You know, for example.
Yeah, so it can actually not be restrictive at all. It actually opens the gateway to many other foods that you may not have considered before because you rely on meat, dairy and eggs.
Yeah. And the second possibility that we thought people may be asking this question for is they're thinking, well, let's say 50% of their current plate is meat, dairy and eggs, and the other 50% are gluten-free plant foods. And their whole lives, all they've been used to eating is that volume of plant food. So they can't conceptualize eating a whole plate, 100% of gluten-free plant foods, which of course is entirely possible.
Yeah, that's right. If you're going to take away the animal products, then you just have to increase the volume of plant foods that you can eat. And of course you also have a variety of plant-based substitutes for meat, dairy and eggs. And so if you are on a gluten-free diet, then you will need to read the labels, especially for the meat substitutes, because some are made with wheat, but many are not. So again, you're going to be used to reading those labels and you'll just have to pick a substitute that doesn't contain gluten. Then again, you don't have to use those substitutes at all. We don't. So,
there are options.
That. Exactly, yeah.
And the tips we've given here on how to eat a gluten-free vegan diet would be the same tips that we would give to anyone who had an allergy to something other than gluten, for example, like soy and nuts, which are 2 common allergies.
Yeah, again, you're just taking those, well, you're not taking them out because you already don't eat them.
That's right.
Yeah, you're just taking out the meat, dairy, eggs, honey, and you're increasing the plant foods that you can eat, that you already are eating, and anything else that you find along the way, as we said.
That's right. And that's the video, guys. If there's a concern about eating a gluten-free vegan diet that we haven't addressed in this video, please leave it in the comments down below.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
And remember, until next time, that going vegan is not the most we can do.
It's the least we can do. See you next video.
Bye, guys.